The forest nearby the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A lone path coiling along the trees, and there was even the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned in the distance. Of course, I decided to stay with my senpai's directions, and after an hour or so, I arrived at the shrine. Wow, that's a long walk. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone secretly lived in there. Perhaps some secret martial arts master. I already daydreams of a potential hermit having hidden themselves in the shrine to prepare themselves for an upcoming clash between good and evil. Started to dwell in my mind, and yet nobody is around. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that the shrine grounds seemed to be entirely abandoned. It was mysterious how the building seemed well maintained, but for the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took a few moments before I gathered the courage to enter the temple myself, and inside I found a rather fancy-looking shrine of sorts at the back of the hall. Guess that's the shrine everybody's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I was given, and after putting it inside my bag, I approached the shrine. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I didn't hold too much confidence in the idea of some shrine granting me the luck I would need to win this match. In fact, I don't think luck is really going to help much in a match like this. Oh, excuse me, dang. Wow. If I keep burping like that, this whole thing's not gonna be good. Oh, wait. And in my opinion, martial arts didn't hold any place for luck. A match was about to start. A match was all about using the knowledge you gathered from the experiences you obtained in previous matches, and a nice bit of talent to help guide you through the match. There was simply no room for something suspicious like luck. Clearly this would be a match where my experience and talent would be tested against that of my opponent. Whoops. Nothing more, nothing less. There you go. Okay.
How curious! A boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet this child of man stands here in a place of power, surrounded by the very thing he denounces.
Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there?
A classic question to ask, and yet the right thing to ask would be, where am I?
What do you mean? Obviously you're hiding nearby.
Perhaps, but entertain me for a little longer. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in things like luck?
I came here to prepare myself.
Oh, it's a girl. Do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for.
I felt a bit annoyed at the questions, but perhaps if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out what that girl is hiding. I'm preparing for a competition, a judo match.
Judo? What's that?
Seriously? You don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art.
So you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and came here in the hope of finding the resolve to fight.
I'm not sure about the warrior part.
How fortunate. It just happens that there is a need for one of your kin.
My kin?
A hero. This shrine is meant to bless heroes like yourself. However, every great hero has to sacrifice something in return for the shrine's blessing.
Sounds like what the others mentioned. However, I do like your version more. Laughing briefly at the story that the hidden girl I was telling about the shrine, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in a prayer. So what's next? I tossed my allowance into the praying box.
Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something much more interesting and precious to you. I look forward to see what destiny has in store for you.
As if on cue, the moment the girl's words reached my ears, I felt nauseous, like my head was spinning wildly. I slowly staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back, and while my vision started to grow hazy, I heard footsteps toward me. Whoa! Hello there, beautiful. Yes, don't judge me for liking anime boobs. Sorry.
Good luck, you're going to need it.
Despite my attempts to get back up, all I could do was briefly look up at the girl and then grab onto her boobs and then... Okay, I'm stuck. Hold on. 1 second. I'm under my tip. Got it. Okay. Continuing on. The sight of the horns and tail made me wonder if she was cosplaying as some sort of anime character, but before I had the chance to say anything, my vision was consumed entirely by darkness. Let me turn on the light. is getting a little dark. Sun's going down. Okay. Oh. Alright, that was it. End of the game, guys. Roll credits! I'm kidding. The rays of sunlight that glared into my face stirred me back into consciousness, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer within the shrine. It looked like the forest that was surrounding the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the same girl before, but not a trace of her presence had lingered behind. To make things even more curious, the old worn-down path that I had followed amidst the trees was better maintained than I had remembered. Maybe I should head home. The thought of that was cut short when the sound of several female voices came from nearby.
Get back here! Hikage, stop them at once! Just what exactly do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them! I'm trying to stop them! Nyaha! I think they spotted what's missing, Oni-sama. Keep running, Chimiko, and we might just escape.
Man, if I'm really going to be reading all these girls' voices, this is going to be hard. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, there came the sound of heavy footfalls from the forest nearby. What in the world is going on here? This is awesome. Oh man, alright, I'm liking the art. I'm sorry. Okay, just a little bit away from the path that I was walking on, I saw a pair of big boobs. I'm sorry. Saw a pair of girls being chased by another pair of girls. However, there were two things I noticed that didn't make sense for me. The first detail was that the girls being chased had the ears and tails of a fox, and the other being that the girls doing the chasing were armed with a katana and a naginata. Sounds dangerous. Conniving Kitsune, come back here at once. Oh no.
Conniving Kitsune, come back here at once. Return what you stole immediately. Give me back my panties.
Can't believe they stole. What? Did they say that? I'm gonna get used to saying that. I'm gonna start talking in like this tone. Okay.
Hikage, how could you blurt out something like that? Ha ha ha! Panties, panties.
I'm assuming that's the blonde girl saying that.
Oh no! Help! Save us from the rampaging women!
While the girls ran away, seemingly into the direction that the shrine was located at all, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. Well, I didn't know what in the world was going on. The fact that the two girls were armed with rather realistic-looking props, for surely they couldn't be real. I couldn't call myself a hero if I let such a scene go by without acting. I'm so gonna regret this, mumbling in annoyance as I started chasing after the girls.
Hikage, go around to the left! Right! Left! Why do you always Left! Why do you always undermine me? Oh, Kami, I wasn't saying right. I was... You know what? Never mind. Just run after them.
Oh, I got it because she was confused. That... Oh well. While I was chasing after the girls, I noticed the trees seemingly were getting a little bit denser, making it more difficult to navigate along the path.
Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to get a little horny.
Sorry. What kind of noise is that? Sorry.
Just a little longer, Mako-chan. We're almost... Maiko, not a headache. Not now. Sorry, Oni-sama.
Oh, God, that is so high.
Scissor attack.
I cracked myself up. I arrived just in time to find a scene straight from an action movie. The fox girl with the blonde-haired collapse seemingly being held up in her companion's lap. Two armed girls were approaching them almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any martial artist could feel that. Those two girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them.
We've got you now, thieves! I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and I'll have you both stocked. Maybe I'll even see how you feel running around with a honey undies on. Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Refreshing, keeps me feeling fresh and a little bit tingly.
Getting turned on by this. Oh, what? Hikage, goodness, have you no shame in you, do you? I can't read.
This isn't about your nethers. This is about panties and bras. Stolen! And these two criminals being brought to justice. Oh, Nisama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh, it's going to be Shimiko. Hey, you guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch.
Yeah, I just noticed something. Her pose, she's pulling her skirt up, like just a little bit so I can see a little bit more of that leg. Man, really erotic. Anyway.
Stop right there!
Oh, no, that was Takahiro. Stop right there! However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, a silver-haired fox girl tossed a pair of objects into the air. It seemed whatever they were, the two samurai girls were flustered by the tossed projectile. A projectile whose trajectory was heading straight to my face. Oh no! Ah, I'm blinded! Who the hell tosses a... Peeling off the projectiles from my face, I raised them slightly into the air like a professor examining them, an important sample, while at the same time the fox girls made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Lacy black panties. Now I wonder, who belongs, which belongs to who? What if these two cat girls or whatever weren't even, like, wearing any underwear? Maybe they needed the underwear. Oh my god. Oh boy, I just knew this wasn't gonna end up well.
Ah, you there! Are you in cahoots with these crafty kitsune? Give those back immediately! Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch! Drop the panties right now!
She doesn't seem too fazed by it. She doesn't look too fazed. I'm innocent until proven guilty. One of the golden rules of court. Now stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into kebab. What?
What? No, stop! Shut up! Just drop the evidence and walk away! I am Tsukino Mio, of the chief of the village guards, and I am ordering you to drop what you're holding right now!
I don't know any of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop will go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. You're sure I should drop the evidence? I mean, I could, but...
Yeah!
Before I could react, the pink-haired woman lunged towards me, the spike of her naginata aiming for my gut. My reflexes caught just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and unbalancing the woman, and then proceeding to take my member and stick it right in between her thighs. Continuing,
Narumi, I did not order you to attack!
I keep taking my own twist to this thing. Fine, I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find the girls with weapons to be the tsundere ones. Guess I need to extend the hand that held the girls their undies. I tried to hand them over. Something that I would soon ended up regretting.
Ha! Think I'd fall for something so simple? Fool! You may have fooled me once, but not twice!
The woman swung her weapon wide, arching the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. Then she lunged forwards, grabbing me tightly, pulling my arms around my back, leaving me with sore ribs in the prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting, and possibly being stabbed, which I could do without, so I remained passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forwards and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly.
Your methods might be crude, but they get results. Hikage, bind his wrists. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows where those rescue thieves have been hiding. Right!
And people wonder why criminals would resist at all costs. Oh god, another bird. Dang. Oh. I mumbled weakly while I watched the girl with the naginata tied my wrists together with some rope she had concealed somewhere. I hope it wasn't meant for actual criminals, and soon felt myself dragged by the duo toward the direction of the city. Surely, once we arrived in the city, you two will stop this role-playing of yours and let me go home, right? As much as I like to fool around, I got more important things to do. The city? Oh, no, the city?
Ha! We're not talking, you all. Talk.
No, they meant... It says talking. It's supposed to be taking. So many typos.
You'll spend the day in the village cells, thief.
Who are you calling a thief? I'm a victim. First they tossed undies in my face, then I had to deal with physical abuse, and now even slander? Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's the city. You know Takedo Toshi.
Silence! Hikage, if he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious.
Tsundere tyrant.
That's funny.
And that's how I was on my way to a jail cell. Cuffed and dragged by two girls that I started to suspect were pretty much crazy in the head.